Hi, this is World Warriors of Capcom Cup. I'm a little bit less blurry, Ultra David.
You're clear, David.
Hopefully so.
And I'm James Chen. This is the series of videos. We have 32 qualifiers for the Capcom Cup that's coming up at the Sony PlayStation Experience.
December 5th through 6th is the weekend.
That's right. And we've been amassing these players all year long. So we're actually going to do a video where we analyze. We're going to do a video where we analyze each of the players one by one. And if you'd want to know more information about the Capcom Cup and the Capcom Pro Tour, we do have an intro video here on this channel, youtube.com/Capcom Fighters TV. So check that out. But as I said, we are going to talk about all of the players.
Today, the one we're going to talk about is Tonpy Viper from Japan.
That's right. Long-time Viper player.
Indeed.
Been playing Viper since Vanilla, I think.
Yeah, so apparently he started with Ryu, but since he hadn't played Street Fighter 2 that much, he was like, I don't really know Fireball games, so I'll just pick Viper. She's new, which is good enough reasoning. And yeah, he's been a top Viper player for the last several years. Mm-hmm. As far as his exposure to sort of the broader fighting game community, he's been traveling more in the past year, which is good that he's finally gotten out. But he has been in the public limelight before that.
Right. It's really interesting because just from watching his matches, I feel like Viper was a really good fit for him. I mean, it seems very fortuitous that he went to this character because his execution seems really, really good.
Yeah, I do like his execution. That's a prerequisite for playing the character, obviously. Very execution-heavy character, lots of manual dexterity going on, and he is usually good with that. The other thing about his Viper, so for whatever reason, Viper is not that popular of a character anymore.
Right.
To me, she seems good.
Yeah.
I know you think she's good.
Yeah, I'm glad Tompy's here and Problem X as well, which is a half Viper. Yeah. But, I'm really glad that we do have some Viper representation because I feel like that's appropriate for the lifetime of this game because she's always been a significant character.
Right. But for whatever reason, fewer people play that character now. And the people who did, some of them were, very mix-up intensive, all about the sort of left-right mix-up shenanigan. Very focused on setups and hard knockdown or soft knockdown setups.
Right.
Of course, that stuff is different in Ultra Street Fighter 4 with delayed wake up. Now there's fewer guaranteed situations. So his play style is, I think, a little bit more comfortable being in the mid range than some other Vipers, which I think is great.
Yeah. Look, the Viper players have a reputation for going nuts. Right? I mean, that's just what it is, right? Like, you hear a lot of people saying, like, Vipers don't like the block on wake up, and Vipers just go crazy, and such. And, yeah, he feels like he's a really nice blend between that careful fundamentals game, that we've mentioned before, for, like, Punko and Tokido.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, where your character is perfectly capable of going crazy, but throwing in those little fundamentals in there really kind of strengthens up a different area that, probably can help your character a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely see him make good use of that stuff. Of course, mix-ups are still important. On sort of defense, I feel like he has a little bit more blocking than most, but look, it's Viper, and it's not just that people who play her don't want to block. It's like she has a lot of options, so she might as well do stuff. Yeah. Which makes sense. As I said, he's been playing for a long time. So he was in the online God's Garden 2. This is a few years ago, back in Super Street Fighter 4, precursor to Topanga League.
Right.
High level play, online players got in, or that is to say via online, and he went close with the guy who was considered number one Viper at the time, Urio, who ended up getting second place. So that was in Super, but then in Ultra SF4, he has been traveling more. Like we said.
Yeah.
So this year, starting in 2015, in fact, in February he went to in March he went to Cannes Winter Clash.
Oh, nice.
Okay, and he got 5th place. Of course, that's in Europe, in France. Then KVO XTSB 2015, he got second place in that, only to Nemo. So I mean,
Okay.
he did really well there. And then what I heard is that those two performances inspired him to travel around more and try to qualify for Capcom Cup. You know, he sort of showed himself that he could do well at events. So and he did the rest of the year. FV Cup 2015, 4th. Taiwan Fighting Major CPT Qualifier, 5th. Hong Kong Esports CPT Asia, 3rd. Manila Cup, 1st. He won that.
Nice.
Then he got 4th at the Saigon Cup 2015. At Tokyo Game Show, he got 13th. At Z Fighting Game Champion, he got 9th. And then at Milan Games Week, he got 9th. So there is a lot of, there are a few different areas there, all over East Asia, and then a few in Europe as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as a result, got enough points. Here he is. He's in Capcom Cup. He made it via points. He did not win a premier event.
Right, he was 6th in points.
But, right, so 6th in points from all these traveling and such and not playing in... it seems like he played in a lot of ranking events.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really impressive to get to this point, especially... I mean, here's the thing, right? I mean, obviously, Viper players know Tompy. A lot of people know a few people here are going to be familiar with the Japanese player. I don't think Tompy's quite the household name as a lot of the Japanese players like Bon Chan and Daigo and Momochi and such like that.
I think you're right.
But, the fact that he made it to all these events and did super well, really shows how strong of a player that he is.
Yeah. The video that we're going to look at is him, in fact, playing at Manila Cup, beating Human Bomb.
In grand finals, yeah.
Yeah, in the grand finals. We mentioned him playing against Nemo. He beat Punko this year at, I think, TGS.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He beat Human Bomb at this. So it's not the case that he's going around to these tournaments and getting easy brackets or anything like that. I mean, he's making a really good showing out of it.
Yeah. And so it's really interesting in the match that we're going to watch here. So Human Bomb came from loser's bracket. Now, Human Bomb is known for playing Sakura, right? That's his main character. Tompy blew up Sakura in the first game.
Yeah, for sure.
And Human Bomb just went to Ryu.
Regular Ryu.
Yeah, regular Ryu, not even evil, just regular Ryu.
Yeah.
And sure enough, Human Bomb, another strong player, reset the bracket. So I think he won 3 straight maybe in the second set, or it was pretty
in the first set.
Yeah, in the first set. So again, we've always talked about this mentality thing. You just had the bracket reset. All of a sudden, he went with this Ryu character, and it's working really well for him. What can you do to adjust, right? And so Tonpy's coming back here from having a bracket reset on him. And let's just jump into the match and see how he responds here. So.
Yeah, it's not always or it's often not an easy situation to deal with.
And you see Tompy there.
Yeah, Tompy on the right, in the black. He's known for having a stoic face, although in this video that is not the case.
Well, it looked like he forgot it was a reset, because after Human Bomb reset it, he turned to shake his hand,
Yeah.
Standard Japanese rule, single elimination tournaments.
So this sequence that just happened is an example of him getting a knockdown and just sticking to seismos and sticking with anti-airs.
Right, and I love that. So there's that cross-up burn kick where sometimes you actually suck the opponent towards you, and he's ready for it. He's aware of it. He got the juggle there, and it really feels like Tompy has been playing this character since vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
Because he seems to have all those little weird situations down for this character.
Hey, that's about spacing, understanding where you are on screen and in the setup. So he has that. And look at this. Not super insistent on getting in. Okay, fine. Human Bomb gets out. But I like what that says about Tompy's game plan.
Right. Yeah, and of course you're going to go for the left-right mix-ups because that's
it's
Viper strength. That's Viper strength. So
you have
to do that. Yeah. But again, his willingness to play a little more relaxed and calm and good reactions there to get the uppercut FADC.
So, of course, this is prime go-in time.
Right.
And, notice that Human Bomb did the stand tech as he got up and got hit by the burn kick. That is going to come up a lot.
Yeah. And it's really great as you keep watching that Tompy really takes advantage of that.
Yeah.
And it's smart. He got the read, and he just kept doing it. And in very key moments that it's not like he abused it, but he did it enough for the situations where he needed a hit. I think we'll see that a little bit later.
Right.
But yeah, again, see.
I love this. I love this frontal Viper approach.
Yeah. No, like he hasn't gone to the air in so long, except right there, which might have even been an accident.
Yeah.
So, that's not very common for a lot of Viper players to stay on the ground.
I think she has an underrated mid-range and zoning game, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Especially since her medium Thunder Knuckle has gained a lot of strength with red focuses and FADC combos. So she can get more damage now off of ground.
So we'll get to see some corner defense. He's had some blocking here in the corner. Okay, fine. He does get up, but at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
That was good patience.
Yeah, see right there, block situation. A lot of Vipers would have went for EX Seismo.
A lot of people, any character, a lot of people would have crouch tech, whatever, something like that, but he blocked.
Yeah, so good stuff to Tompy. And yeah, so going in now. Oh, that was nice. And you know what? He has good reaction to that too. We'll see that again in a particularly key moment later on.
That's true.
Now Ryu did get a move out, so it wasn't a true punish, but he was aware of it and did go for the throw in that situation. And as we said, Human Bomb, normally a Sakura player, but playing a very strong Ryu here.
Okay. Oh, that was good by Human Bomb.
Yeah.
But did you notice when Tompy had a knockdown just before, he just played frame traps. He was in the front, frame traps. She has good ones.
Right.
You just often you don't see them in favor of sort of Viper-specific mix-ups.
Right. Vipers sometimes are a little too enamored with their left-right burn kick mix-ups and such. So if you can play her fundamentals just like anybody else, so it's really nice to see a Viper player doing something like that.
We've seen a lot of blocks on Wake Up, and then there have been burn kicks after that. But as he gets up, there's a lot of just traditional defense.
There it is right there. Red focus. Get him to the corner. Yeah, see this nice little pressure sequence.
Yeah, I wonder if his not spending Ultra before was him believing that he would get, and he would get the burn kick, because he had gotten the burn kick in so many situations before.
Right. And again, Human Bomb, another qualifier for Capcom Cup, very strong player.
Mm-hmm, sure.
Obviously capable of using more than one character, which is a nice skill to have.
Yeah, as far as Tompy goes, I've only ever seen him use Viper in high-level play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's been playing Viper forever, so... ambiguous jumps. So, like I said, he has all the Viper tech as well.
Yeah.
So he knows all the setups, and then dash it in there with a little bit more of a careful play.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, good.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. We do see a couple of execution errors from Tompy from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, his execution is really strong. There was one particular sequence where, it's the standard Viper, Seismo feint, Thunder Knuckle feint, going crazy. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, very insistent on active defense there.
Yeah. But you can see, again, not trying to go too crazy, staying on the ground.
No, very mid-rangey. Then he just reacted to that dash with crouch tech and, turned it into a little series for himself. That was really good.
Yeah, a lot of Vipers like to just rely on air burn kick get in as a get in tool as well. She's not plus on that, so it's smart not to go to that too much because you're actually in a negative situation if it's blocked.
And he's being good enough with his movement that he's starting to get Human Bomb to do pretty unsafe stuff, like random hurricane kicks, or just spending meter with EX Fireball in situations where he doesn't need to. Look at that, again. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
the video does have a few
a couple
little
of
issues.
little glitches, so apologies about that. Wow. And
Yeah, the crouching medium kick is a big part of why he picked Ryu, I would imagine.
Yeah, gets out of the corner, but nice chase down from Human Bomb. But see, a little bit more... I mean, obviously backdashing... See, again, same thing right there. But backdashing, you see Vipers always do EX Burn Kick, Seismos, Fierce Thunder Knuckles, and such like that. We saw a couple of focused backdashes, just regular backdashes in that game, so... But here we go. So Tompy now is up 2-1, like we said, after having the bracket get reset on him.
And there at the start, that might have been the first time he just did random burn kick from the front at that range.
Mm-hmm.
Not that many times. It's mostly a grounded sort of game for him until he gets things going.
Yeah, he's definitely a lot more calculated than a lot of the Viper players that we see.
Yeah, in fact, right now when he seems pretty insistent on burn kicks, it's not working out as much as it did before.
Right. So here we go. Seismo craziness. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. So there's another little glitch there.
Yeah, that happened.
But then
that is a particular range.
Mm-hmm,
Okay, it's a particular spot on screen where she can set that up.
Right.
And he had it.
And to know that to just be aware of that and looking for it, so really good stuff to him. And nice option select from Human Bomb, though, to take that round. But again, we see a lot. I don't feel like he's as crazy with Viper, No,
look at this.
Yeah, exactly. Right on cue, basically.
Right, yeah.
Nice.
Again, blocking on wake up. And then he has tried to move a lot after that. Human Bomb, I think, might have gotten the read there.
Yeah, but see, very defensive there. You saw him do that delayed wake up low strong. Oh, nice red focus.
I really like the reset.
Oh, man. I wonder if he was trying to go for that.
Yeah,
there it is again. See, this is what I meant. He knows he has that read. So he won a round with it, and he's like, you know what? I don't need to do it again until I really need to win the round again. And that's what he got right there in the corner.
That was an important round. That could have been, this could have been 2-2 right now for a Human Bomb. Instead, it's match point Tompy.
Right.
Tournament point Tompy. Yeah, a lot of grounded stuff.
Yeah, you even see him with that standing jab, which is a very, Adon kind of, Ryu or Ken kind of thing to do, and you don't see a lot of Vipers doing that.
Right.
So, yeah, empty jumping and landing and blocking. I do like that as well, that he goes for some of those anti-air thunder knuckles at ranges where people don't think they can get hit.
Oh, that was such a good range for that.
Yeah.
And then the block, and then as you said, he had the punish before. Well, sort of the punish before. He had the reaction throw, not quite a punish. This time, he had it right. Clearly, he was looking for that, and he had the right.
Yeah, so good reactions. Yeah. Obviously, as a Viper player, you have to have good reactions and such like that. But yeah, no, I'm so happy that he's in this tournament because I really did feel like having a Viper expert made it feel right for a Street Fighter 4 tournament like this, especially, potentially at the end of Street Fighter 4's life cycle with Street Fighter 5 coming out. I feel like if no Viper was in there, it would be kind of weird, just because she's been so prevalent from vanilla all the way up until Ultra, where she just disappeared.
In North America, she was common. She was very common for a while. Mm-hmm. In Japan, she was not as common.
That's true.
She was not as common. And in Europe, there are a couple as well, but not a terribly common character.
Yeah, but I mean,
for whatever reason.
You remember the year Fudo won Evo, second place went to Latif with Viper, right? So, it's just, I feel like she's always been a presence in the game. So I'm really happy that Tompy's in the tournament.
Well, I'm happy for him too. Like I said, I heard that he decided to travel around a lot this year because of how he did early in the year at those two tournaments. And it's awesome that he did well at those, and he thought, okay, if I can continue this, that maybe I get a chance at Capcom Cup, and he did. So I think it's really cool that he carried through that.
Yeah, and that's what I love about Capcom Cup. It's given so many players motivation to travel more, to practice more, strong players to get even stronger, good players to become great players and such like that. I love what Capcom Cup has done to the Street Fighter environment,
I also read that his boss plays Street Fighter 4 too and knows who he is and is cool with him traveling around.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. See, that was the thing, is if they ever played a game, do you let him win? I mean, it's always one of those questions. So.
Yeah. Well, so Capcom Cup is coming up pretty shortly now. Tompy, of course, is going to come to the U.S. As far as I know, he hasn't competed in North America so far, but he's gone all around
Europe,
East Asia and Europe. So I wouldn't expect the newness of that to be an issue for him.
Right.
But do you see any potential roadblocks for him?
I mean, the easiest thing to say is, like I said, he doesn't quite have the same kind of travel experience as guys like Daigo and such like that.
Sure.
So, that might get in the way. And I don't know, Viper is just one of those characters that I feel like can kind of go either way. Look, Viper's, like I said, since he can go either way, there's a very strong chance that he could upset some people. But then there's also the chance that maybe someone who's, because Viper, you saw like with Human Bomb whiffing a lot of those throws, costing him.
Yeah.
Some very solid defense players can usually do a lot of damage to Viper, like, low profiling, burn kicks with low forward kicks with Shotos and such like that. So, I have a little worry for him. I wouldn't call him one of the favorites, let's just put it that way. So.
Yeah, honestly, I think that you're right about that. The more I've been looking back at his record and his matchups and stuff, the more hope it gives me for him, and knowing that he's beaten strong players and done well against others. But there's just, it doesn't seem to me like he's in that echelon of the sort of potential, maybe not potential, likely winners. Okay, it's a relatively small circle of people.
Top 4 people,
Yeah, people who sort of you wouldn't be surprised if they were top 4. I wouldn't be surprised if he made a deep run at all. I really think I'm not sure what his matchup is yet. We'll talk about that stuff later. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him make a deep run. It's just that it doesn't seem like he is quite there, when it comes to some of those top players. But he has beaten some of them in the past, so it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because like one of the people that you mentioned he had beaten was like Punko, for example, right? But we just saw recently Punko's game has leveled up tremendously as well. Punko was again another one of those players where he could beat anybody and literally he could lose to anybody too, just because of the way that he played Seth, and now I feel like that's a little different. So.
Well, to be fair, I mean they didn't play that long ago. That was at Tokyo Game Show, which is not so far in the past. So Punko, I think, was legit. Yeah, I don't want it to seem like I'm downplaying Tonpy or anything. I feel like he's maybe in a tougher position than some other people are.
All right. Okay. So yeah, I mean I'm kind of in the same boat. I feel like he's probably going to do decently.
Yeah.
But I think for him to take Capcom Cup, it's going to be a lot of things are going to have to fall into place for him. So
I think that's a good way to put it. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's going to be at the Capcom Cup, which will be the weekend of December 5th through 6th in San Francisco, California. Might think about going. It sounds pretty cool.
It's at the Sony PlayStation Experience. Lots of stuff to do there. Lots of cool things to check out.
Exactly. Go if you can. If you cannot, however, it will of course be live streamed on twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters.
And definitely follow them on Twitter as well. Capcom Fighters on Twitter as well. And so you're going to keep up to date with all of the information there. Follow them on Twitch so that you get notification as soon as this thing starts up. Because, it's going to be rocking.
All right.
Wow.
Way to sell it. Well, if you like talking about fighting games in this sort of way, we do that sometimes, in fact regularly, on our stuff, which is at twitch.tv and youtube.com/UltraChenTV.
Yeah, mostly what we do on Tuesday is every Tuesday night, we kind of do a weekly FGC roundup, talk about past events, current hot topics, game news, player moves, all sorts of little cool things about the fighting game community.
Yeah.
All in one night for your consumption.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we'll have to see how Tompy will do at Capcom Cup. Make sure you tune in then, and I probably won't see you, but you'll see me.